More and more people every single year are losing money to bad franchises. And most of these scenarios could have been prevented just by being aware of the deceptions, some of the fibs that these unscrupulous companies use. There are great franchises out there for sure, but it can be difficult to tell those apart for an inexperienced buyer. We're going to cover the main deceptions that you're going to hear out there today on Franchise City. So one of the biggest lies that has been told for years is that franchises succeed at a rate of 95%. We did an entire video on this way back in 2017 warning people of this scheme. I'll post a link to that video above if you'd like to get the detailed story. But basically, the Department of Commerce did a small optional survey in the 1980s where they sent a questionnaire out to a very small sampling of franchise owners asking if they were happy. Now, if you were a bankrupt franchise owner, are you going to take the time to fill out a survey? Is that at the top of your list? Of course not. Anyway, as legend has it, 95% of the people who responded to this survey said, yeah, we're good. And based on this silly survey, informal survey, 40 years ago, for the past 40 years, still happening today, franchise sellers, franchise companies, brokers, agents, everybody out there twisted this into ironclad proof that franchising succeeds at a 95% rate. It doesn't. In fact, there's a few really bad franchises out there that fail at almost a 100% rate. Now, if the company that you're speaking with tells you this statistic, as we call it here in the industry, you need to show them the letter that the International Franchise Association sent out years ago advising any franchise sellers to stop using this statistic because it's a lie. And it's interesting, on the video that we did, we show a lot of even big name franchises that still use that false statistic. Next up, you'll hear often, you'll make six figures easily, or some type of claim as to the huge amount of money that you can make with their particular franchise. Now, this is very important. Every franchise is prohibited by law from making any earnings claims other than what is found in their Item 19, which is what it's called in their franchise disclosure document. Every single franchise, if you're buying one, they have to provide you with the FDD, franchise disclosure, before you buy. Now look at the Item 19. It's very easy to find. Every single FDD is exactly the same. The items are always the same, and Item 19 is always their financial disclosure. Now, if there are no financials included there, and if the franchise is still making verbal commitments referencing how much money that you could potentially earn, they are literally breaking the law. And if they're willing to make a sale to break the truth, is that really the type of company that you want to work with? And that includes even vague suggestions like, you could afford to buy a new Mercedes every single year, or some of our franchise owners, they're making millions of dollars. If there's no Item 19 data, they can't tell you anything in regards to earnings. Now, if there is an Item 19, the only information that they can give you is exactly what is included in that Item 19 and nothing else. Next up, we see a lot is owning a franchise is easy. Now, if a franchise seller is hard selling you on how easy this franchise is to run, you put your feet on the desk and you relax and money just flows out a tap, run the other way. Now, I should clarify that some franchises that are semi-passive, like hair salons, do take less time to operate, absolutely. But there are always challenges and obstacles in every single franchise. You need to determine what those challenges are, speak candidly with existing owners about these challenges, and determine if you're comfortable overcoming them. This also requires you to understand the operational model and day-to-day requirements. A lot of people just think, oh, how great, they make great subs, I'm going to buy it. They don't even understand what you're doing day to day. Now, here at Franchise City, we have a free skills assessment for all of our clients that actually helps determine what franchise environments are best suited for an individual's skills and goals. I'll post a link to our free assessment in the description box. Feel free to take that. Next up, you hear a lot, you don't need any experience. Now, if you have no business experience, no life experience, grade 1 education, you show up to the franchise interview in flip-flops and they tell you, you know what, you're a great candidate. Run the other way. Now, there's a caveat to not having experience, okay? So in most cases, you don't need the actual service experience because you're hiring those roles, right? So a painting franchise doesn't want you to be a painter. Cleaning franchise, it doesn't need cleaner owners. McDonald's does not need you to understand how to cook. But you should bring either business experience, management experience, or some sort of experience that's going to help you to build the business. Now, the better the franchise, the more selective they are, as a rule, in bringing on new franchisees. Again, depending on your skills, certain franchises are going to be better than others. And the key to joining the best franchise system is to match your skills to that franchise. Next up, we're ranked number 1 on the top whatever list. Now, this isn't really a lie per se. However, in most cases, these rankings and industry awards are at best highly inaccurate and at worst just paid for promotion. We did a video critiquing one of the biggest lists not that long ago. I'll post a link at the end of the video, and how really bad franchises many times can end up ranked highly in these lists. Now, there are some great franchises in this list. Sometimes they get it right, but a lot of bad franchises are in those lists as well. You need to not be pushed forward just because a franchise has an award or is placed on a list. If you need help finding a franchise using a proven data-driven process, give Franchise City Broker Group a call. That link is above. Can you trust industry awards and top lists? That link is down below. And do 95% of franchises really succeed? That is on the top left. And I'm a little chubby in that video, so cut me some slack. Thanks for watching.